This is a Heart and Hand production.
Hello folks, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight after Rangers lost our second group stage match in the Europa League, going down 2-1 away to Sturm Graz. And you're going to hear a lot, I dare say, about how Rangers improved in the second half, which we did. But it's not enough to cover what is another defeat to a very average side in Sturm Graz, and a side that we would have beaten comfortably, I think, at any point over the last 7 years, because this Rangers team, defensively, the setup is abysmal, and we were made to pay for it in the first half with 2 goals that were bordering on criminal. They were so bad that you really had to see them to believe them. The first one came after just a few minutes. Rangers have a throw-in. It's our throw-in. Tavernier throws it up to Chermiti. He doesn't do enough. But even at that, it's literally just won by the defender, who nods it through to Horvat, who's standing on his own. He runs into the box, plays a 1-2, and nobody bothers marking him. Nobody's where they should be. Shot through a ruck of defenders that comes through, and Jack Butland doesn't see it, and it deflects in off him. Really, there's about 7 mistakes in this, and they all have to make a mistake for this goal to go in, and they all do. And to me, it comes down to Suter goes somewhere at a throw-in, and the rest of them all go to the position they're supposed to be in, and they're thinking, am I supposed to be here? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Again, I go back to this Rangers team looks confused whenever they're trying to do what the manager is drilling into them every week, because they clearly have no idea, and they're so busy worrying about that, they're not reacting to the game. The second goal, when it came, was even worse. And it's a free kick. Rangers have a suicidally high line, and it's just a through ball from a free kick. Have you ever seen that? Well, you will if you see this goal. Through ball played through to the striker, who clips it beyond Jack Butland. He was raging, and no wonder. And they cut through us a few times in that first half. Jack Butland's made several good saves. Rangers did have a few opportunities in the first half, mainly through the work of Jaidi Gassama, who continues to be our best, but at times only, attacking outlet. He's put a great cross to the back post, and Chermiti's header has came back off the upright. Then a couple of minutes later, a nice flick by Chermiti that the goalkeeper saves. The second half, Russell Martin changed it. And on the one hand, I suppose you say, well, he deserves credit for changing it, but I'm loath to give him it, because he changes it and he moves to a different formation, a different shape, and Rangers just go for it right from the start of the second half. And there's intensity, there's drive about us. It's simplified. And that means that whenever Rangers look at our most dangerous in these games, one, we've usually given away stupid goals and we have to go for it. And two, it's because all the stuff he's been brought in to do, the stuff that he clearly works on with them, gets abandoned. Doesn't that tell you that it doesn't work? Then if you're always having to change and move away from it, and the only time you look like doing something is when you move away from it, none of this works. Rangers did get a goal, and it was a beauty, and of course it came through Gassama. Nice move. Nico Raskin goes up he takes the ball in the middle of the park and slips it to Gassama. Brilliant overlapping run from Derek Cornelius, who was playing a sort of hybrid left-back, left-sided defender role, and that creates a bit of space, and Gassama thumps it home. And Rangers were the better team at this point, and we were making a few chances. Their goalkeepers pulled off a couple of good stops, and at that point it looked as though Rangers were going to get back into it. They were still dangerous on the counter, particularly at the end when Rangers really just chucked on Moore, and Miovski was on by this point, so was Danilo, and really seemed to be playing a sort of 2-3-5 at times, pushing for it. Danilo's had a shot that the keeper saved. Chermiti's had one. We've had a good header from John Suter. The keeper clawed away. And then the big chance came right at the end when the ball's dropped in the box. Suter and Danilo kind of getting each other's way. Suter does get the shot off, but it's right down the throat of the keeper, although it is a very good save. But either side would have gone in and seen a point. And again, nothing I've seen tonight changes my mind about Russell Martin, because to me it was actually a demonstration that when you take away all the stuff that he wants to do, the slow, sterile possession build up, the high lines, all of that, and you just go out and you simplify it and let them play football, they're a better team. That's what we take out of that. Yeah, we probably, on the balance of play, might have said, well, we deserved a point. But then equally, if you defend like that, like schoolboys, then you can't complain when you don't get one. We now go through to Falkirk at the weekend. Anything less than a win, and I think he should be sacked. Whether he will be or not, of course, remains to be seen. As somebody joked to me tonight, and knowing ill luck, Kavanagh will only have seen the second half. But I just don't think Rangers are going anywhere under this manager, because I think the more the evidence is piling up that what he's been brought in to do, he's not able to get the players doing it. And it's only when he completely abandons it that we begin to look like a functioning football team. And that's more damning than anything. But of course, we keep losing. We've lost 2 teams that we would have beaten last season, as bad as the team was last season. And yeah, we're now already struggling to qualify out of this. And so far, he said, well, there'll be some pain. So far, it's been all pain, and we are worse. We're worse in the league, and we're worse in Europe than we were last season. So if this is the progress that the new owners were talking about, yeah, we've got a completely different idea of what that means. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll be back on Sunday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.